Have you ever woken up feeling perfectly fine? And then, out of nowhere, your arm feels weak, your speech becomes slightly slurred, or your head starts spinning. What if I told you that a stroke, a life-changing, often disabling event, could begin silently, right there in your own bedroom, just minutes after waking up? As a neurologist, I've seen it more times than I care to count. Strong, independent adults over 60, people who never considered themselves at risk, suddenly struck down by a stroke they never saw coming. And often, it all traces back to small, daily morning habits they never questioned. The truth is, stroke rarely shouts. Most of the time, it whispers. And the most dangerous habits, they're often the ones we repeat every single morning, without a second thought. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 9 common morning habits that may silently increase your stroke risk, and show you how to recognize the early warning signs before it's too late. Because prevention doesn't start at the hospital. It starts in your morning routine. Do you usually jump out of bed the moment you open your eyes? If so, stop. Because that simple, rushed habit could be putting your brain at serious risk. Especially if you're over 60. After a full night's sleep, your body is still in a low blood pressure, low circulation state. Your brain isn't ready for sudden movement. When you get up too fast, your blood rushes downward, and your brain may not get the oxygen it needs, triggering something called orthostatic hypotension. The result? Dizziness, fainting, or even a dangerous fall. But more concerning, it can lead to a mini stroke, a small warning sign of something far more serious. What should you do instead? Stay in bed for just 1 or 2 minutes, take a few slow breaths, then gently roll over, sit up, and stand slowly. 2 calm minutes could protect your brain for the rest of the day. What's the first thing you drink in the morning? If it's coffee or tea and not water, your brain might already be running low on fuel. After 7 to 8 hours of sleep, your body is naturally dehydrated. And since your brain is made up of about 75% water, even mild dehydration can make your blood thicker, raise your blood pressure, and force your heart to work harder, especially to circulate blood to the brain. That's a dangerous combo if you're over 60, already dealing with high blood pressure, or have had warning signs of a stroke. In fact, studies have shown that morning dehydration is a hidden trigger for strokes in older adults. So don't wait until you feel thirsty. Start every morning with a full glass of room temperature water. It's a simple act, but one that helps hydrate your brain, improve circulation, and lower stroke risk. You might think your breakfast is healthy, but hidden sodium could be sabotaging your brain without you even knowing. Packaged cereals, instant oatmeal, cheese-loaded eggs, sausages, processed bread. All of these morning staples often contain excess salt. Salt spikes your blood pressure, stiffens arteries, and puts dangerous pressure on the delicate vessels in your brain, especially in the morning when blood pressure naturally rises. For seniors whose circulation is already more fragile, a salty breakfast can become the tipping point, leading to ruptured or blocked brain vessels, and ultimately, a stroke. What's the smarter choice? Opt for low-sodium meals. Fresh fruit, unsweetened oats, boiled eggs, whole grain toast with avocado. And always read the labels. Even so-called heart-healthy items can sneak in more sodium than you think. Cutting salt doesn't just protect your heart, it shields your brain. For many, morning coffee is a sacred ritual. But drinking coffee on an empty stomach especially in large amounts, might be doing more harm than good. When caffeine hits your system without any food, it triggers a surge of adrenaline. Your heart rate increases, your blood vessels constrict, and your blood pressure spikes rapidly. For adults over 60, especially those with a history of high blood pressure or arrhythmia, this sudden jolt can lead to mini strokes or dangerous, irregular heart rhythms. Drinking multiple cups, back to back, only worsens the effect. You may feel more awake, but your brain is under unseen stress. Here's what you can do. Start with a glass of water. Eat a small, balanced breakfast. Then enjoy your coffee. Just one moderate cup, with minimal sugar and cream. Have you ever woken up feeling slightly dizzy, a little weak in one arm, or noticed some tingling in your face, and just brushed it off as poor sleep or just getting older? You're not alone, but this is exactly how many mini strokes go unnoticed. Subtle symptoms like dizziness, imbalance, slight speech slurring, or numbness on one side of the face or body may indicate a TIA, transient ischemic attack, often called a warning stroke. A TIA may last just a few minutes and disappear, but that doesn't mean it's harmless. In fact, it's your body's way of saying, the real stroke could be next. If you've ever experienced these signs, don't wait. Write down what you felt and when it happened. Call your doctor immediately. Use a health tracker app to monitor patterns and take charge of your brain health before it's too late. Your body speaks. The question is, are you listening? It may seem like a small slip, but skipping your morning medication or taking it at the wrong time can have serious consequences. Many heart, blood pressure, and blood-thinning medications are designed to be taken in the morning, when your natural stroke risk is highest. Yet, millions of seniors miss doses, take them late, or worse, double the dose trying to make up for it. That's dangerous. Doubling up can cause internal bleeding, dangerously low blood pressure, and actually increase your stroke risk instead of protecting you. Here's what to do. Use a pill organizer with days and times. Set a morning reminder alarm. And most importantly, never adjust your dose without speaking to your doctor. Your morning medication isn't just a routine, it's your brain's daily shield. Don't leave your health vulnerable because of a forgotten pill. It may sound harmless, but holding your urine in the morning can silently put your brain at risk. Many people wake up and immediately reach for their phones, check emails, or get distracted, delaying that first bathroom trip. But what most don't realize is that a full bladder triggers the release of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones raise blood pressure, increase heart rate, and constrict blood vessels, a dangerous combination for older adults, especially those with hypertension or narrowed arteries. Even more concerning, holding in urine can cause irregular heart rhythms, increasing the risk of blood clots and stroke. The fix is simple. When you wake up, go to the bathroom first, before anything else. Skip the screen. Respond to your body's signal. Morning urgency is nature's alarm. Don't hit snooze. What's the first thing you do when you wake up? For many, it's reaching for the phone, checking the news, scrolling social media, reading family group messages. It seems harmless, but this habit can quietly rob you of calm and flood your brain with stress before the day even begins. Absorbing too much information, especially negative headlines, first thing in the morning kicks your sympathetic nervous system into high gear. Heart rate increases, blood pressure rises, and blood vessels constrict. Repeated daily, this morning stress response can gradually damage the delicate vessels in your brain, especially in those already at risk for stroke. What should you do instead? Don't make your phone the first thing you touch. Instead, take a few deep breaths, stretch gently, or play calming music. Starting your day with calm focus is one of the most powerful ways to protect your brain and stabilize your circulation. The morning isn't meant for stress. It's your brain's reset button. Use it wisely. Many older adults wake up, sit for a moment, then jump right into the day without giving their body a gentle warm-up. But after hours of sleep, your circulation slows, especially in the lower limbs. If you're over 60, skipping light movement increases the risk of blood pooling in the legs, reduced oxygen to the brain. Even blood clots, especially if you have atherosclerosis, atrial fibrillation, or a history of DVT. The solution? Just 5 minutes of gentle movement. Wrist rolls, shoulder circles, knee lifts, or a slow walk around the room. This helps wake up your circulation and deliver oxygen-rich blood to your brain, the fuel it needs to think clearly and stay sharp. This isn't exercise. It's a signal to your body and brain. We're ready. If you want a clear mind, give your blood a reason to move. Your brain can't wake up if your blood hasn't. If you have a history of high blood pressure, but don't check it in the morning, you may be missing a critical warning sign. Between 5 a.m. and 9 a.m., blood pressure naturally spikes. And that's when many strokes occur. Checking your morning blood pressure helps you spot hidden risks, evaluate whether your meds are working, detect danger before it strikes. It takes just 1 minute, but could add years to your life. Skipping breakfast might seem harmless or even helpful for weight loss, but especially for older adults, it can put serious stress on the brain and cardiovascular system. When you go too long without fuel, cortisol, the stress hormone, rises, blood pressure and heart rate increase. Your brain is left running low on glucose and oxygen, a dangerous combo. Start your day with a light but balanced meal. Even something small can help stabilize blood flow and energize your brain. Final message: small habits, massive impact. Dear friends, stroke doesn't come out of nowhere. It's often the result of small habits repeated daily, especially in the early hours of the morning. We can't control our age, but we can absolutely control our actions and decisions. Just a few mindful changes each morning: drinking water, breathing slowly, moving gently, taking your meds on time, can become your brain's greatest line of defense. So please, don't wait for a crisis to make a change. If you found this video helpful, share it with someone over 60, because sometimes a small reminder can save a life. Hit subscribe to stay informed and never miss critical health tips. And if you'd like a printable stroke prevention guide, check the link in the description or drop your email to receive it directly. Take care of your mornings, because they shape every moment that follows.